All right, well, this weekend, America will celebrate 250 years of independence.
That's right, and ahead of that milestone, First Coast News reflects on a defining part of our nation's history by sharing the stories of immigrant families and the opportunities that drew them here.
These are really good stories, really touching, and tonight, a woman from Ghana is sharing her pursuit of love and opportunity and how a tragic loss nearly derailed the life she set out to build here in America.
Yeah, this is Joseph and I at the beginning.
1982, Ghana, West Africa.
And I used to ride a motorcycle. I used to ride a Suzuki 125. And so I slowed down to be introduced, and from his perspective, it was love at first sight.
A U.S. Marine in search of more.
I do remember my father honestly speaking about being a Marine and saying that he wanted to do something completely different from the Vietnam War, and that's what interested him into becoming a Peace Corps volunteer.
Joseph Davis's work in the Peace Corps took him to a distant land that somehow felt like home.
He just embraced everything.
The food, clothes, the language, and her.
He wasn't giving up. He didn't give up. His reputation of coming back, and many times I tried to get rid of him. He never gave up until he had a dinner with me. That's Joseph and I.
1 year later in Ghana, the two became one, then three.
Marriage came about after he met my family. He was able to provide the dowry.
Cola nuts, 4 cows, roofing for her mother's room. Ajibade remembers it all vividly.
That's her with her father when he was packing up to leave.
Including leaving everything she knew behind.
It was a hard decision for me. We have a baby girl now. This is the life I knew and I grew up with, but this is the choice I've made to change my life. I chose love. I wanted something better.
Her transition in America wasn't as swift as Joseph's in Ghana, but she'd learned to adjust and, in time, thrive.
These are the 4 gangs that started the Weller Nations.
Ajibade became a part of Jacksonville's history, helping to build World of Nations.
All the artwork we had and the catering we had.
An annual festival showcasing cultures from around the globe.
All Africans coming from all over the world. These were the belly dancers.
She also helped to establish Nelson Mandela Bay as a sister city with the city of Jacksonville.
She just knows a lot of dignitaries and travels a lot with the Gullah Geechee Nation here locally, as well as the African associations that are here. Oh, there you are at my school.
Vanessa, the youngest of Ajibade and Joseph's 3 daughters, grew up with the privileges of an American by birth.
Our children were doing the children's outfit.
She was also taught early on about her rich African heritage. The family holds on to photos with Archbishop Desmond Tutu, the first elected female president in Africa, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of Liberia. Memories and albums often viewed, at times with tears.
This was Joseph. This is the picture I put in front of his service.
The love of Ajibade's life, the man who inspired her to start over in a new country, was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in January 2000.
He was a soldier, he was a Marine, he fought. And I told him one day, I said, we are fighting a losing battle, aren't we? He said yes, he knew.
Ajibade took her husband out of hospice and cared for him at home. He had gotten so weak she'd have to hold him up for simple tasks, such as using the bathroom. But on the very day she marked another year of life, her American dream, it all began with love.
He was able to stand up, slowly slid his hand on my back, and we moved side to side to side. He gave me my dance for my birthday on August 21st. September 26th, he passed away. And things we talk about as older sisters and I, they always say, how did you find this man? You are living a dream that we read in books. I have achieved the dream in numerous ways. My dream of educating my children, giving them the best of education and myself, happened I am very grateful for that achievement here in America. It didn't come easy, but it came.